Amendment. I don't think anybody who's protested or objected to her hosting this person is against, wants the government to step in and ban people from doing it. This is a question of should an individual who runs a private progressive space give a host to far-right anti-Semites. Afterwards, everybody doesn't know this, but she got on WBAI, which is actually, their offices are in the building that she owns, and said she would welcome David Duke and the Ku Klux Klan to come to Brooklyn and speak in her space. So one of the problems is that this event, there's been lots of discussion afterwards. People are talking about what next steps are. One of the problems is that this is being taken as an isolated incident. In fact, the far right, and especially anti-Semites, have long reached out to the left in order both to cross-recruit individuals and to make alliances. We know for a fact that Bolin was targeting progressive institutions on this tour. The woman, he had been booked in two places in New York. One was in an Upper West Side church, and the woman who booked it told the church after his talk was canceled that she had specifically booked that church because they had they were involved in Palestine solidarity work. He was booked up and down the East Coast in progressive churches and a progressive bookstore. So there is a specific history to this outreach of the far right to the left. There are specific dynamics to it. And there are real-world implications for progressives giving platforms to the far right, especially in this age of rising hate crimes, increased anti-Semitism and Islamophobia, and the looming Trump regime. So I would like to introduce Chip Relay. He's studied right-wing populist movements for 4 decades and specifically looked at this dynamic. He has a wonderful, very long-form essay called The Right Moves Left that's available online. He's the co-author of Right-Wing Populism in America, and he is going to give us a bit about the history and dynamics of this, of how right-wing groups attempt to woo the left. Please give him a hand.